Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elmo, and today I'm going to be going through my Game Week 38 team selection. It's the final game week of the season. The FPL season is finally coming to an end. It's been a roller coaster, and I'd like to thank all of you guys for the continued support on the channel throughout this season. We have done Champions League content. There's still a video coming up for that, for the Champions League final. And the game, all the 38 game weeks you have been here. I'd like to thank all of you. And this might be, I think, the second last video of FPL. I might post another one later. But yeah, but before we get into the video as well, if you're still new around here and you haven't hit that sub button, please do me a favor. Make sure you hit that sub button as we still aim to get 600 subscribers before the end of the European competition. So make sure you subscribe and also make sure you leave a like on the video. It's really helps out the channel. And without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with my Game Week 37 team review. Not a bad game week in terms of points, 117 points with a -4. The bench boost was active as well. Overall points 2,410. And I think a rather bad red arrow from 89,114,000. That has been a good season, but I hope for Game Week 38 can be able to push to the top 100k, and next season we can strategize again and push for maybe top 50k. But for now, the goal is top 100k by Game 38, but it looks less likely to happen. So we had Verbruggen in goal, had Ederson in there instead, but Verbruggen came on, so they could be able to transfer out Maguire and Van Hecke, who were both injured. So Verbruggen 6 points. Ake 1 point. He was injured in the first game and didn't feature in the second game, which was very disappointing. Maybe could have sacrificed 0.1 million somewhere to get Guardiola. Would have been a better position, but it is what it is. Then you had Gabriel 7 points, Dan Ban with 3 points, not the outing we expected Newcastle to have. So then Ban 3 points. Bruno, who missed out on the first game, but played the second game, got an assist, 5 points. Foden, 11 points. I think he scored in the second goal. Palmer as well scored in the second goal and got an assist, I think, 14 points. Then had Gordon, who scored against United and an assist, I think, in the first game, so 8 points. Jackson, who scored in the second game, 7 points. Is up with a disappointing display with a blank in both game weeks. I mean, in both games. So 4 points. Then you had Haaland, who scored a brace against Spurs for 30 points, and he was the captain as well. Then you had Petrovic, 3 points. Disappointing display considering he had kept a lot of clean sheets previously. Then he had Son, 4 points, missed a huge chance against Man City. To this day, I cannot believe he missed that chance. But yeah, 4 points. Then Romero, 2 points. Van de Ven scored a goal in the first game, and for him 12 points as well. So that was the team for game 37. Not a bad display from the team, managed to perform really well. That's why they were able to squeeze some money out somewhere to get the likes of Guardiola in there. But it is what it is, as I've said. That's the team. Now let's look at what the final game has in store for us. So as we look at my transfer considerations for game week 38, before we get into that, I usually post TikToks and Reels as well. So make sure you go check out on my other platforms. The links will be down in the description. That is Instagram and TikTok. Just the same name as my YouTube name, but you add .yt. Also on X, I started to post a little bit there, trying to get some engagement as well in there. So make sure you go check me out on all those socials. The links are down in the description. That's other places that you can be able to interact with me easily. So the transfer I'm thinking of doing is Bruno to Havertz. Nothing against Bruno. I just think that Havertz has a better fixture. He's been in better form. They're playing at home and they have a chance of winning the slight chance of winning the title if Man City lose or draw. So that's why I've gone for Havertz in there. I think they're going to uh, beat Everton, although Everton have been looking very good defensively of late, with the Pickford picking up some clean sheets as well. But I just think Arsenal are going to be a little bit easy. I think they're going to score a lot of goals, and I think Havertz is going to be involved, as he's been involved a lot. So I'm going to go for Havertz. And maybe United are going to rotate a little bit as they prepare for the FA Cup final. And if not, Brighton is not a easy hunting ground for Manchester United in the past recent seasons. So I just think it's right to make the move. And I'm going to be going for Harvard. So now let's look at the team, how we're going to line up. So we can start off with the defenders. We're going to be having Petrovic in there against Bournemouth. Let's hope for a clean sheet as they sign off for the season. Maybe for Thiago Silva as well, who's going to be leaving the club. Maybe they can rally up and get a clean sheet, which will be very good. Then you have Gabriel against Everton. Maybe a clean sheet there. I don't see Everton scoring a goal. So maybe a clean sheet and maybe a cheeky goal from a corner as well. I know they have dried up a little bit, but I think. Hope that he can be able to score a header as well. Then we have Dunban against Brentford. Not an easy double game for Newcastle and Co. But I hope against Brentford they can be able to do something. Then we have Romero against Sheffield. Spurs are still fighting for number 5 because I think if they lose and Chelsea win, Chelsea will be guaranteed to go to Europa. So maybe they're going to want to win. Sheffield are already relegated, so they really have nothing to play for. So I'm hoping for a clean sheet in there as well. So that's the defense. Now let's look at the midfield. So for the midfield, you're going to be having Kai Havertz in there against Everton. Arsenal at home, and as I've mentioned, they have a slight chance of winning the trophy. So they're going to be up for it and hope that Man City slip up, but I don't think it's going to happen. But with that in mind for Arsenal, and maybe just signing off with a bang as well in front of their home crowd, so that Havertz is going to play and hope he's going to be able to perform. Then you have Foden against West Ham. He's been absolutely superb this season, and I'm sure he'd want to win that trophy for the 4th time in a row. So I'm sure he's going to be able to perform against West Ham. And West Ham have been conceding a lot of goals. They conceded 6 against Chelsea, conceded 6 against Arsenal earlier on. So yeah, so I think Man City are going to have a field day at home. I think they're going to win like 4 or something, and I hope that Foden is going to be involved. Then you have Palmer, although he can't win the Golden Boot because Haaland just doing Haaland things, scoring I think 7 or 8 goals in the last 4 matches to take him from being leveled with Palmer to a whole different level that I don't think Palmer can be able to reach at the moment. So I'm going to say that Palmer is going to be able to perform against Bournemouth and as they fight for the 5th spot, and I hope that Palmer is going to perform. Then you have Son against Sheffield. I know he missed a big chance against Man City, but I hope that for against Sheffield can be able to turn up as they're still playing for the 5th spot. So that's the midfield. Now let's look at the forwards. As we look now at the forwards, we're going to be having Haaland in there against West Ham. I'm going to be captaining Haaland. They're going to be playing at home. So hoping he's going to be able to perform. I'm sure he's going to be able to perform. And yeah, he's on penalties as well. So a lot of things positive for owning Haaland, and I hope he's going to be able to perform. Then we have Isaac against Brentford. He didn't have his best 2 game weeks. And now I think they are out of the top 5 conversation at the moment. So maybe now just playing for 6th or 7th, battling with United and Chelsea for that sixth spot. So I hope that is going to be able to perform against Brentford, who have been leaking goals. But now they look like they're up in form at the right time. So it's going to be an interesting fixture, and I hope that Isaac is going to be able to perform. And then we have finishing off the team, Jackson, who has been performing really well since he shaved his hair. He's been performing really well. So I hope that against Bournemouth can be able to turn up as they sign off for the season at home. And I hope that he's going to be able to turn up. Then to the bench, you're going to have Bob Rugen against United on the bench. Gordon as well, who I think I don't know if he's fit or not, but he's going to be on the bench because I think I prefer the team that I have already. Then you have Van de Ven as well on the bench, and Ake as well is going to be on the bench. Unless we get some early team news that Ake is going to be starting, I'm going to be starting him over Dan Ban. That's the team for game week 38, the final game week of the season. Hope I can be able to get enough points for top 100k. Let me know in the comments how your team is looking like. You can DM me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok if you have any questions. And yeah, once again, I'd like to thank you all guys for the support on the channel. It has really been overwhelmed. I've been really happy with the support. and hope you'll be able to come back next season. But I'm going to be maybe arranging something for the Euro Fantasy as well. Maybe I'll see you then, but it's not yet guaranteed. But with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching all my videos. And with that, I'd like to say goodbye, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.